They're not fulfilled. And I know why. It's the same reason all of us are. We're doing it to get by because we didn't make it. And that's how I feel. Like none of us made it, so we're stuck there. And we make the best of it. But
and how does that affect you? How does that
I feel useless because I'm doing something that's a monkey could do. Cooking is not a difficult thing. I have more potential than to sit in front of a restaurant and open a door and tell people where to sit and greet them kindly and have a smile on my face. Like I could be developing new algorithms for processing, working on databases, doing things that I enjoy doing. You know, it's boring, it's dry, it's repetition, and I'm not, at the end of the day, I'm just an hourly rate. I'm not valuable. They could just get rid of me and get someone else. Like that's just not a good place to be, I feel like.
So does it, you said useless, does it make you feel almost like you don't really have much of a purpose?
Yeah, what purpose do I have right now until I have a degree? I mean, that's what this country tells you, you know. Until you have your bachelor's degree, pretty much at this point, you're just a lump. You just go find a job and work till you die. That's pretty depressing if you ask me. You know, I'm not helping anyone. People, you know, I talk to people in the business about it, and they're like, you know, you help people. You know, you find them the right seat they want, and you pick out food for them. It's like, cool, they can do that at home with macaroni and cheese and their kids. Sit at the kitchen table, make some mac and cheese. They just did the same thing by themselves. They don't need me to do that. I want to get to the point where I have a skill that very few people know, and that I am needed somewhere, rather than just filling a hole to do some busy work.
Your skills and your knowledge are valuable and more difficult to replace.
Yes.
Than
I don't want to be replaceable, because when you're replaceable, you get treated like garbage.
Okay. So your desire is to have more of an impact in your place of work.
Exactly. I mean, what I'm going to be doing isn't really impactful on a human level, but I mean,
perhaps
when it comes
on
to
the business level.
Well, yeah, like end user. Well, let me get off of terms for you. You work in software, or you work in infrastructure, database management. You're providing a safe place for people to store very, very valuable information, and it's a safe place, and it's your job to take care of that. And if you didn't do that, their business could fall apart. Whereas if you're working for their business in their store, selling their product, when you leave, they're fine. Whereas you're not. They're not fine if they get rid of someone who really knows what they're doing in the background. And it's not easy to find someone in one of those higher jobs where they're good at what they do and they troubleshoot and they get ahead and they manage everything properly. It's not just like you can hire an 18-year-old kid anywhere to do a restaurant job. It doesn't matter. They don't need to be anything. It just gets old. And it's the same thing every day. Go in, fill your bucket, clean, open doors, go home, sleep. Boring.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I'm just sick of the grind. I'm sick of, you know, and I know that's how it is for everyone. It's not like my life's falling apart or anything, but I know I've seen people in worse situations than I am in that are happier, and that makes me I guess it just helps me to realize that I could have a better outlook. It's possible.
Absolutely. I think that's a good attitude to have. I think that's a good place to start.
I don't know where to go from there, but
Well, we can talk about some of that in future sessions. We are almost out of time today, but I just want to encourage you a little bit because, you know, you are in school and you are working toward your goals, which is a degree and having a job that matters, that you get purpose, a sense of purpose from, and that's admirable. You know, it's hard work to do college and work at the same time and have all these bills and all these other pressures in life at the same time. It's hard to do. But the people that you admire that are in the positions that you hope to fulfill one day, they've had to go through probably the same thing, that grind that you talk about, the day-to-day, go to work, come home, do homework, go to bed, get up and do it all over again. You know, the most professional people that you probably look up to in your field have probably had to do the same thing at some point in their career. It's all part of the process. But I applaud you for starting. You know, you got to start somewhere. So.
thank you.
Sure, and we can talk in the future about maybe some tools, maybe some coping strategies for thinking more positive.
All right.
And you said you wanted to become independent as well, so we could talk about things like time management, budgeting, maybe. So some things that will help you get the ball rolling a little bit in that process.
All right.
Okay?
Thank you. That would be
You're
good.
welcome. Thanks for coming in today.
I
It's
appreciate
good
it.
seeing you again. See you next week.
Have a good one.
You too.